Alright guys, so the first full trailer for Final Destination Bloodlines has finally arrived and we have to talk about it. I was already excited for this movie as it is, but after this trailer, my excitement has officially turned into hype. But right off the bat, the rumor about the big premonition belonging to the main character's grandma seems to be true, so it's looking like the grandma had this premonition when she was a young woman. Great casting here, by the way, these actresses look very similar. But the big accident in this movie seems to be this like tower collapse slash explosion, which is looking fucking awesome, by the way. And I do think that this is how the visionaries from all the other movies are connected. The main character's grandma does mention that she saved a lot of people that day that weren't meant to live. So I'm wondering if all the visionaries from the other movies had descendants that were there that day. But she does mention that she's been able to ward off death for years at this point, but that now it's caught up to not only the grandma herself, but also the main character Stephanie, and Stephanie's entire family. Because obviously in Death's eyes, their bloodline should not exist. Stephanie's grandma also gives her this book and tells her that it's the only way to help save their family. And in that book, it references accidents from the previous movies. Here you got the log truck from Final Destination 2 and Flight 180 from the original Final Destination. But then Stephanie hangs all the pages up conspiracy style, and it looks like she's gonna trace everything back throughout the franchise's history, which is just really cool and a really awesome way to tie all the movies together. But I honestly think that the idea of death coming after an entire family is just genius, and it raises the stakes a lot, because in previous movies it's mostly just friend groups or it's just like a group of strangers, but having it be blood relatives and having the premonition connect that far into the past and potentially connect to all the rest of the movies, I just think that concept is fucking awesome. We also obviously get our look at the late great Tony Todd in the movie. This will be his last posthumous role, and of course it's very sad that we lost him because he's an icon, but I do think it's poetic in a way that this was his last role. And the lines that he delivers in this trailer are just pitch perfect. I'm just so glad that he was able to be included in this. And I also just love all the references to like the franchise's history. For example, in this scene they're drinking Heist Pale Ale, which has previously appeared in both Final Destination 3 and 5. And this little Easter egg, to me at least, just really signifies that this is made by fans for fans. And then of course you have this reference to this kill from the first movie. But yeah guys, I am absolutely loving how this movie is looking so far. Not only do the kills seem like they're being set up really well, which is obviously what we come to these movies for, but it really seems like they put some real thought into this story. It's looking like it's going to be a really solid story in and of itself, but it also really looks like it's going to be a great celebration of the franchise as a whole. And I just can't wait to see how it all comes together and how they're able to connect everything. But definitely be sure to let me know what you guys thought of this trailer. Are you excited? Do you think it looks okay? Personally, I could not be more hyped for it at this point. I am just so fucking happy that this franchise is back and it looks like it's in really great hands. I am 100% going to be there on day one. This cannot come soon enough.